the inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
That did kind of bother me, because there's supposed to be 16 of us.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Because I'm dumb.
The bite-sized version is that one of the students who died only faked his or her own death. 9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is 4 lights!
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far.
And now we're going to show you all the bodies again.
That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Now, the only person whose body we didn't see officially was Mondo's. And he had that crazy diamond pickaxe. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth when Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of
Plant
it.
ate it.
Yeah, I keep thinking that.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
Well, if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies.
Yeah, we really should have cracked open the cases in the biolab.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Fewer. The reason there are fewer bodies than murders.
I was actually schooling my, teach my kids that.
Yeah,
in class
fewer you
one
can
day.
count,
Yeah.
less you can't.
And they're like, this is an English class, and I'm like,
It's just like much and many. Many you can count.
yeah.
Much you can't. The explanation for more murders than victims? Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? Well, there weren't actually 10 murders, but 9. That's why there are 9 bodies. That's patently untrue. Uncounting Monokuma's executions, there have been 10 murders. I think we could all agree on that. Oh yeah, whoops. I was a fool! Alright, let me read more carefully. Oh, that is true, wasn't it? Well, no, that's... I mean, we had the Hifumi thing, but that wasn't killed. Yeah, so... God damn it. Well, yeah, we did have Mukuro's trial twice, but alright. Okay. I'm pretty good at games! Maybe it's only 9 murders took place.
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Re-murdered.
Yeah, if you will.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. Still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab.
Oh, it's coming. The big reveal is coming.
My god, Mukuro was Decoy Octopus the whole time! Holy crap, the blood and everything!
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on!
Hifumi!
Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
Again, Sayaka, because they make her really out to be important even though she didn't last long.
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
That's true.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Yeah, I can't wait for this reveal, man.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as?
I gotta think.
It's gonna go through all the people, so you have to figure out who you think it is.
Oh, man.
Junko Enoshima?
Oh, Junko!
Kuwata?
Because she was hit everywhere with spears.
Hiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru?
It's Junko, that's amazing.
Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever?
That's pretty good.
Maybe Sakura Ogami?
Yeah, it's gotta be Junko.
No. There's no way anyone was murdered.
I do have to admit, I really like that anytime Monokuma has a thing you could counter, he gives you every possible excuse to go. That's actually really clever, because he's intentionally trying to mess with us instead of saying something that happens to be wrong. It was Junko, that's insane!
Was it Sayaka, Mizono, Junko, Enoshima?
Wow, alright. You won me, Makoto!
Oh, I know, okay.
Is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka?
Sayaka doesn't make
Mizono,
sense.
Junko,
Even if she was
Enoshima,
stabbed.
Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Fujisaki, Mondo Owada.
I'm trying to think of who suffered multiple bodily injuries.
That's your only evidence, right?
Monokuma.
Hifumi Yamada,
Yeah, that's it.
Celestia Lu, whatever.
She was just burned.
Or maybe Sakura Ogami.
I like how she laughs when it's
Yes,
or
Sakura.
he or she laughs.
Wow, I don't know.
One was murdered twice.
Try that one.
Murdered twice?
Yeah. Or
That doesn't seem to make sense. Murdered died from the wounds. Yeah, it was freaking Junko, unless I have to, like... Oh,
Or maybe
I'll
do
highlight
absorb-
Junko and put it on Murdered twice.
or the other way around. Absorb murdered twice on.
Well, no, because he says there's no way someone was murdered
Okay.
twice.
Sayaka, Junko, Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro, Mondo Owada,
Man.
Kiyotaka Ishimaru, Hifumi Yamada,
Don't you- can't-
Celestia Lu.
Won't you love it when you have the skill that doesn't make that move around at all?
Kind of.
No. There's no way.
Yeah! I keep forgetting. I don't have to... I keep skipping ahead in logic. I have to counter something that's objectively false.
Yeah.
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
No wonder they made extra effort to blot out the face, because that would have been a painfully obvious revelation.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears.
Yeah, could that not even have been Junko? Because when we met her, she was like, well, yeah, you know how they airbrush everything in the magazines these days.
Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse
So
of
Mukuro's
one
still out there.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Which explains why Monokuma, exists in this room and is talking to us right now.
It all matches up, right? those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person?
Not quite.
Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, 1 is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that.
Unless it actually is Junko.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro, alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Rikisaba is still alive. Yeah, it has to be Junko because Mukuro's body type matches with her, like, proportions from her profile. Was this like the bad end music?
No, I don't remember, but...
Profile.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's what I gotta counter.
Then she's still alive?
That's what I gotta counter right there.
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
I can counter that. What a dick. Yeah, no, it's her profile.
It wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be.
Select who you think it is.
I'm assuming Junko after all that. Oh, whoops.
Here's my answer.
What a twist.
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
You're gonna see
admit,
why I told you not
since
to look up any
Mukuro is
pictures about this
undoubtedly
game.
dead,
Yeah.
Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
I mean, even the Genocide Jack's existence would have revealed a lot in Chapter 2.
But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it.
He's not sounding like snippy like usual.
Yeah, he's really into this. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. Unless, twist of twists, that was like a Junko robot. They like, it sounds corny, but they make Monokuma, right? There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Again, the only time we didn't get a body was Mondo, which I thought was surprising because his execution was particularly nasty if you think about it.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her. She was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely. Maybe she used some sort of trick. Hangman again. I do love this music a lot. Whoa! Replica... replaced.
I got it.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
Now I'll show you!
Now I understand.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place.
What is this, like Naruto?
Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
So was Mukuro dressed as Junko the whole time? Because that would explain, like, oh, you look nothing like in the magazines.
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but... that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Unless she was wearing, like, a wig.
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. I mean, it had to be at the beginning, because the moment of death is, like, magic.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
By the way, just saying, I feel bad for Aoi. She's just standing next to Monokuma the whole time.
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right?
But then it makes you call into question, apparently they were in cahoots, so why would Junko have died? Unless Ikusaba... Or no, unless Junko wanted to, like, why would Mukuro have died? Unless Junko wanted to, like, kill off any potential evidence?
After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Then we'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference.
Would we have seen her hand, though?
Foundation.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with
Yeah.
foundation or something like that. If she did,
It likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
Notice the fingernails too?
Yeah, good call.
Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body.
You're a little too quick.
I'm taking your job.
Yeah.
They were the same fake red nails she
Oh,
was wearing
wow.
when we all met for the first time.
Good catch.
Also, well, I'll wait till
Yeah.
everything's revealed before I
She
say it.
really did use foundation.
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma.
Because they could have said that.
You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her.
The second
In other
ultimate
words,
despair.
it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
Oh, that diary, this is second despair. Yeah.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair,
Wow.
so fear is an alien concept to me.
It reminds me of Rao from Hokuto no Ken. There was a part where he was like, after he had fought Kenshiro for a while, another fight was gonna come up, and like this is a guy who didn't know fear, and like he literally didn't understand it. He was like, my legs are shaking, I don't get it. And one of his goons was like, maybe you're afraid. He's like, well, that can't be right because I'm never afraid of anything. And he's like, wait, what? Whoa! Like it was amazing.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants, it doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Oh yeah, there's that, where was it? The notebook? Oh, this thing, right? Oh, the lights? The secret? The group photo? Oh yeah, of course.
Oh no.
Well, great.
You chose the lights.
No, didn't I just choose I thought I chose the photo.
It looked like you said the lights, but maybe you did choose. I don't know.
Pretty sure I chose it. Well, let's keep going. I'm in Mukuro's fatal injury. I'll try the group photo again. I thought I selected it though.
Oh.
Yeah, see? Okay, so yeah, so try to cover her identity. I mean, I'm thinking of that. Well, no, oh yeah, of Monokuma himself trying to cover it up.
Oh, it could be the interview DVD because they cut it off before it got to everyone.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I got it!
Okay.
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Oopsie! Looks like it broke. Out of service.
Oh, I think I might know what the other thing was. What? It just so happened to break just now?
Now, then, when, doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right?
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Clever.
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage, and that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. One other piece of evidence. Oh man, alright. Here we go again. I love how the other students are like, I'm not gonna listen to you or whatever, and Monokuma just yells.
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up. That's impossible.
Final strike.
That's impossible.
Yes.
This should prove it.
Because if you notice, Junko's face is not in any of the pictures.
Yeah, she's
That was
always
the other
facing. Yeah,
similarity.
I noticed on only the class photo she was facing the opposite direction.
But also, one of them she's behind Sakura's arm.
Oh wow.
One of them, the one with the pool, the water splashes up in front of her face.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Oh.
I noticed it just a
Also,
little while ago.
when we first started playing the
When we were
game,
all comparing
I don't know if you
the
noticed a
photos
few times I
we
went
got.
up when Junko was going, because Junko doesn't have freckles.
Oh
So Mukuro
wow.
has freckles.
Oh crazy. That's really good.
So if you notice that in the very, I mean, obviously
Yes.
the airbrushing thing, but
An unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance common to all these pictures.
see,
Oh wow. That's tricky.
and that's she's facing away.
Yeah, facing away and facing away again.
Behind Taka's arm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's true. Because even when I was counting bodies, I had to physically count the bodies to miss her face. So yeah.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
I like how there's the same photos, but letting you like look at it longer. That's pretty crazy. That's tough.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
What?
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she died. And the real Junko
I love the irony that Monokuma really did give us a damning hint.
is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait! Hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now.
Ooh. Oh,
This
wow.
is the end. There's still more to the trial though too. We need to find the rest of the secrets.
Oh my god.
So you first meet them.
Yeah,
Junko
she says
or
hi.
Junko, quote unquote, introduces herself.
Oops.
Eleanor.
Yeah. This is hard to put together.
That the
With
next
this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, with her and Mukuro.
Or it's actually Mukuro.
Yeah.
All right.
So she
Then
stomps
she's-
Monokuma, gets stabbed.
And then she's like, "What?
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to die."
So grabs Junko's body, I guess.
Puts it in the morgue.
But I need to
Oh no, this is when she wraps it.
there, I guess.
Wait.
This is tough to put together. She has to physically wrap it, so... Well, this is when she's carrying it. That's the Kyoko part.
Go all the way to the left. No.
That's tough.
That's blue. I mean, they're not gonna make it that annoying.
You know what? Let's do the other things.
Okay.
So, sneaks into the room, brandishes the knife, but then Kyoko interferes. I can't even tell what that is. Is that the exploded body?
It's the next one. Two over to the left.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, but there's also this. Like, no.
Wait, go over to the right all the way. Yeah, it might be that one. It's her saving.
Coming
no,
down.
no, not that. That's putting the mask on the bot.
Oh, I see.
It's the other one to the very right with Kyoko walking in on
Kyoko
them.
coming in. And then, like, wait, stop. Which is back to the left.
Or is it reversed? No, that... Well, let me see the picture of that one again. The one that you were just on. Yeah, that's first, and then the next one is next, because the killer notices Kyoko.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, over to the...
Oh, whoops. Yeah. So, come down, I wake up, kablamo. KO.
So that's her taking the mask off and putting it on the body.
Yeah.
So that's the other mask one that we saw. Oh, that's the... Oh, no, so you do that. You're good.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Last act. Okay. So last act is... Oh, that was Genocide Jack coming up to investigate. So that must be... It hadn't exploded yet.
Yeah, so them looking at the dead body.
Yeah. And then it explodes. We got the exploded body. So it comes back to the first thing.
And that's all the way to the right. Oh, no, it's the same one. So I guess it's that.
This one? Oh, pulling the body out, perhaps.
But she's not dead yet.
I was putting the body...
So let's see what we have. We have that pulling out of the... Then we have the next one, which is just a duplicate of the other one, right?
It might be this one, though, because you have to pull it out and, like, wrap the body and, like... We'll see where it goes.
Here's exactly what happened.
I'm not 100% confident on this, but we'll see.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko, and Oshima.
Hey!
Oh, okay.
Her
I guess...
body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're setting up for this?
Yeah.
Junko
Oh,
dragged the body out of the
gotcha.
biolab,
Yep.
using
Yeah.
So everything else is right
carried
there.
her to
Yeah.
the garden.
I was
She
forgetting the
found
time
her
period. I thought this is when her body was still
tried
lying
to
from the
Kyoko.
spears, but this
That's
is
what I
when
thought,
she-
yeah.
One big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
That is clever. Sha!
So she put on a mask and then attacked me.
The good thing is about in the second game, it gives you like a tooltip of what the picture is, so you can help, and you can also have a
After
tooltip of what it's
making sure
looking
I'd
for, so
gotten a
it's
good
easier to
look
pick
at the mask,
the right
She
things.
left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence.
That is a long con.
She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. the one controlling Monokuma.
Did you think that you'd get a voice back at the very end of the game?
No. Especially because I don't even
Junko
really have...
Enoshima.
I gave her a bit of a voice, I
Oh,
guess.
you'll have fun voicing her if you want to keep voicing her. I can keep voicing Monokuma, but...
Yeah, I mean, what did I give her? Did I give her like a Ditz voice?
I don't even remember.
Oh no, I gave her that like,
but
yeah, whatever.
Trust me,
like...
it'll be fun if you want to take it.
Oh no, I was Junko, so I'll take it, but like, I was trying to remember what voice I
That's
gave her.
the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Also, the thing I said, that I noticed at the beginning is there are 16 spots. Monokuma was always in one of them.
Oh wow.
Because look where the chair is. It's always been in that spot.
Yeah,
Come on! It's time you
There's
finally
always been
revealed
16 students
yourself.
there.
that's pretty clever.
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!